to welcome our visitors. Henry Clay soccer starters tonight. Number 2, Connor Taylor. 5, Noah Kent. Number 7, Marco Vestarelli. Number 9, Yajo Sanchez. And rider, 12, James Clay. 14, Elliot Trinidad. Number 15, Jose Torres. 17, Will Potter. Number 26, Lisa Long. And number 99, David Shindo. Coached by Jason Taylor. And now, your starters for the St. Tigers. Number 0, the goalkeeper, William Howard. Number 3, the fielder, TJ Castasac. Midfielder, number 5, Tom Lewis. A junior defender, number 8, Kevin Woodward. A senior defender, number 10, William Heisler. A junior striker, number 11, Chris Campbell. A senior midfielder, number 13, Kevin Morrow. Junior striker, number 15, Patrick Esther. Junior midfielder, number 16, David Beck. Junior defender, number 21, Andrew Ford. Junior striker, number 22, Stone Work. Your coach is Kendall Stone.
And welcome into Brother Thomas More Stadium here from the campus of St. Xavier High School. The Tigers taking on senior night, and just a few minutes ago, celebrations taking place. A couple seniors on this roster excited to make their impact tonight. And normal starting lineup of the 3-1-2-4 formation. Up the top left wing, Trip Campbell, Stonework. Up at the 9 spot. On the right wing, Becca Murrow. Another captain, number 5, Max Newman in the center attack mid position. Another 2 center mids, TJ Kaskasak, David Betts. Expect them both to be on the ball a lot. The left back, Patrick Hester. The center back, Gavin Yearwood. The other center back, kind of alongside him, Liam Eisner, also a captain. And the right back, Frankie Klein. And the goalie for the Tigers, Benny Howard. And the Tigers, in their last couple games, overall record this season, 4-3-3. A little bit of trouble to start the year. Kind of came down in some games. Now they're rallying back up. But I was able to talk to senior and captain Max Newman before the match, and tell me about the season is that they started down early in a lot of games and conceded. It's kind of been a past. It's been a tale of events for the Tigers as they've been down and had to rally their way back. And last week versus Trinity, they got down 0-2, able to find their way back. They started off terrible, had 2 penalties, conceded in Stone, getting dangerous in the front already. And if you want somebody to make an impact, Stonework will do that for you. One of the best attackers in Kentucky is the Tigers trying to get on the right foot, not concede early. Like I said, for Work trying to start the fireworks off a little bit too early for me, not even through the first minute of play yet. Here's Campbell on the wing. Campbell trying to play it through. Work able to recollect. Work plays it back up to the top. Up to TJ. Now down low to Tripp. Tripp racing for it and scooped up by the keeper. Tigers 63 goals scored on the year. Awesome goal tally. Only conceded 20. While the Tigers have been hot, let's take a look at some of their stats leaders. Is Tripp Campbell leads the way with 11 goals scored and 25 points. And the assist category, that'd be Will James with 7 assists. Completely having that category to his own. Nobody touching close of 7 on the team. Interestingly enough, James will come off the bench and play striker later in this game. I'm sure you'll see him. Super great defender, or striker, excuse me. It's the Blue Devils of Henry Clay trying to get something started here along the wing. And talking to Max Newman again, going back to how I talked to him before the match, and he was telling me that they have to be better in their passing and have to play the short style and not play the long balls down the wings. And you can already see the Tigers doing that, and they've earned a lot of pressure early on. Off the foul and the free kick, and trying to start something as the Blue Devils now have that right wing, and two defenders drop now three. Trying to fight off him. That's Liam Eisner, the captain. Liam Eisner made the change this season from left back to center back, and it's been quite the change for the Tigers, and really held together that solid defensive line and able to help Frankie Klein on the wing. And Klein, you'll see him as an offensive defender almost, and you'll see him get really involved in the offense as well. As here's the first corner for either team, and sent in high and headed away by the Tigers, and proper clearance there as it'll go out for a Blue Devils throw-in. Now, talking about the Henry Clay, not Holy Cross, Henry Clay Blue Devils, they've played 17 games, and they're 10-4-3 on the year. They've scored 46 goals and allowed 24. Their player in attack that's dangerous to watch is Diego Sanchez, scoring 12 goals. That ball is sent high and through the field goal post. The goal kick for the Tigers, and senior goalie Benny Howard. Spotlight Benny Howard for a second. He leads the Tigers with 65 saves on the year and only conceding 8 times with 3 shutouts. Quite the impressive season for the senior goalie. He played behind Alex Cron last year, knew he'd get his chance this year. He's really made it count. And for the final time at home, Benny Howard trying to earn another career shutout, make it 4 on the season before you have district and region time. Talking to Coach Schulten before the game, saying now district will be held at Collegiate starting on Tuesday. St. X does play male, as male will play Brown at Collegiate. As Stone now trying to get something down on the wing. Stone trying to use his left foot, grab a hold of the ball, but taken away by Henry Clay. I'll just pass it around in the back. All the banners hanging along the front row of the stand. Such an awesome sight. And you'll see the Tigers will carry those with them, displayed on the front of the school. And really awesome to see those on the way to campus every day, showing how everybody makes up the team. And especially important when you go into tournament play. And the Tigers trying to get back to where they finished a year ago, back in the state championship. But instead of losing in penalties, they're going to walk out and win that one with as many goals scored as possible. Talking to assistant coach Nathan Durbin before the game, saying how he expects a 2-1 win for the Tigers tonight, recognizing that Henry Clay is a very good team, but in the end we got a corner right here for the Tigers. Sent in over the top and almost scored in off the own goal from the defender. Go out for another corner. Beckham and Liam Murrow over there, or Liam Eisner and Beckham Murrow over there, excuse me. Murrow will take it. Murrow over the top and sits on goal and trying to get recollected, and a little bit of chaos in front of goal. Go out again for another corner. On the left side, no wind on this corner. Sent in over the top and trying to get headed on, and Newman will try to chase it out of bounds, but to no avail. Goal kick for Henry Clay. And the Tigers, like I've been saying the past couple weeks, when they play that short pass style, they're going to get way more opportunities in front of goal and on nets. And you've seen that so far, able to earn a couple set pieces, which they love to exploit against teams, and ready to go. So we're trying to play over to Campbell along the left wing. Gavin Yearwood defending. Now sent in over the top. Eisner retreating, and he'll clear it away. Hester there as well. Out of bounds on the left side for a throw-in for the Henry Clay Blue Devils. I'll throw it in quickly. Now sent on net, and not a great shot. Goal kick for Benny Howard. So the Tigers trying to get back to winning fashion after suffering a tough loss on the road on Tuesday. 2-3, great game, two of the best teams in the state. Tigers hoping to rebound, winning 8-0 on Saturday, and that's the type of offensive performance you would want to put on again tonight. A lot of players finding it back in the net for the first time this season. Oscar Schmidt able to get one in there. He's been working for one all year. Glad to see him finally get on the score sheet, and I don't think it'd be fair to talk about goals on Saturday if you don't talk about Charlie Groman's strike. That was beautiful to the top left corner. I mean, it was just such a strike, so well hit. Howard will play it short. Over to Frankie Klein. Klein. Play it back to Murrow. Murrow trying to play it over to Betts. Now recollected in the midfield by Max Newman, and he'll play it through to Trip Campbell. Campbell with speed along the wing. Campbell's got work going towards goal. Campbell trying to put on the brakes, still with it. Campbell! Saved by the keeper. Home crowd like that attack there. Good footwork by Trip Campbell, visibly frustrated on the field. But overall, we're going to go back to that short attacking style. And the Tigers are able to play it very well. And I really like the way they're playing it right now. I expect to keep it going. You see, when they play that long ball, it's hard to get everybody in the right space and time. You're leaving places open. If the pass goes awry, it's just going to be a much more clean, safe style of gameplay once you play the ball like this. And so they're going to go ahead and use the wings again. And you can use the wings with versatility if you play this ball short. I think it's a really good strategy by head coach Andy Schulten and the Tigers coaching staff. That's Henry Clay trying to show what they can do. Now playing it through and cleared away by Frankie Klein. Campbell with speed up the wing. Trip Campbell. Campbell puts on the brakes, but defender won't fall for it this time around. Now taken up. Now trying to get taken away in the midfield. Hester. Now played through to Campbell, but a little bit too much on the pass. This TJ Kasksak trying to play through, sorry. A little bit of a formation change with some injuries, so my little formation diagram might be a little wrong, but can adjust it as we go. Now cleared away by Yearwood. Flag towards the other side. Throw in for the Blue Devils. We'll waste no time with it. Brought back down by Hester. Now taken away by the Blue Devils in their own end. The Tigers are going to have to be careful defensively. The Blue Devils still trying to do something with it, and headed away by Frankie Klein, and Tigers trying to clear it. Newman will rush towards the sideline. Burrow there. Now sit back over the top, brought down cleanly. Burrow taken away. Becca Murrow finds Newman. Or that's TJ. TJ, nice spin move. Sends in over the top to Frankie. TJ trying to take away within midfield. TJ play out of bounds, but the Tigers will waste no time on their throw-ins as the referee's going to say going the other way. TJ completely disagreeing with that call, as am I. Sent back over the top. Klein retreating. Now sent back again, high and deep. Hester trying to make a play on the ball. Brought back down by Newman. Say handball, I think, is the call. Give it to Frankie. Let him send it, or Liam. Let Liam send it upfield from the center back position, right around the 25-yard line. Score still 0-0. Tigers definitely controlling possession, while Henry Clay's had their chances. It's definitely been all Tigers so far in terms of offensive scoring. And trying to play it through over to TJ. Now sit back over to Frankie. Frankie trying to play to Murrow. Murrow trying to play to Betts. Betts trying to win it on the wing, and Work trying to pressure in front of goal and sent out over the top. Pressure from the Tigers too great. Throw in for Frankie Klein, and been saying it all season, and the Tigers with Frankie Klein are going to treat this like a throw, and you'll see him walk so far back, even off the field and onto the track to take this throw in as he gains his momentum, sends it in over the top, trying to play it on, and they want a handball. No foul called. Hester trying to head it away, slow the momentum, good play. In the end, resulting in a Blue Devils throw-in. 27:46 left to play in the first half for the Tigers. Work pressuring at the top. Work missing a couple games this year for injury, and still, that's a foul if I've ever seen one, and going the other way. Talking about Stone again. Has 11 goals on the season again, tied with Tripp Campbell. So plenty of offense to go around as Tripp and Stone have accumulated 1/3 of the team's total goals, and exciting to see what they can do in front of net. And it's a really fun display to watch this front three play in the state of Murrow and Work as well as Tripp Campbell. So TJ Kasasak will take it around the 45-yard line, sent in on net and brought down by the keeper. Trying to get to David Betts down low, try to head it on sort of goal. Keeper will opt to roll it out of his own box, and pressure from the Tigers immediately as the Blue Devils slip by Klein. Murrow trying to play. Good defense by Murrow. Spatial awareness is key when it comes to defending, and he did just that. Murrow now recollects. Go out for a Blue Devils throw-in. Klein. Over to TJ. TJ trying to fight for it. Hit out by a Blue Devils defender, and it'll be a throw-in for Klein. Klein will throw it in over the top, trying to curl it into Work. Work trying to be patient with it. As they'll say, St. X throw-in again. Klein will try to throw it in deep, try to give the Tigers the best scoring opportunity as possible. Still 0-0. Klein sent in over the top. Murrow trying to get put on net by Campbell. Campbell playing like he really wants one here, and we've seen him score a couple of thrilling goals in the late and early stages of certain games, and tonight I would expect none the less than that. Go back and look at Manuel, scored a game winner, down 1-0 at halftime, able to rally the troops, able to get them in with a late stoppage winner scored, and he's going to take the corner right here. On the in swing and headed away. Brought down by TJ, trying to one-touch it off his left foot. Not able to get it to go through, as we're now at 24:49 left to play in the first half. As the Tigers doing everything they can, and the first substitutions being made for Henry Clay, and that's something you don't see often, is the Tigers not substituting first. So the Tigers are going to opt for Reed Newman and Will James, and two of the players that have been in the best form for the Tigers so far, especially Reed Newman, the only sophomore on the team, and he has contributed to plenty of goals. Almost scored a hat trick in one of the games, just a penalty short of coming up with one. But Reed Newman, nonetheless, fun to watch. Brother of older captain Max Newman, so awesome to see them on the same team for sure. And Will James, talks about him, leads the team in assists, and he comes off the bench, so he'll mostly come in for Stonework or Becca Murrow, depending on what type of look Coach Schulten wants to run with. Whether he wants to keep two strikers up at the top or try to run a false nine with the team. We'll see what they decide to do in a few minutes, but Klein for right now controlling the ball along the right back and taken away by the Blue Devils as Yearwood and Eisner tend to drop. Klein back with them, and what a tackle and slide save by Liam Eisner. Yearwood will just try to clear it out, try to get to Newman. Ball still in play. Newman thought there should have been a stoppage. Newman and Work able to recollect, trying to hit that burst of speed, and you got that front three coming. Work. Play it over to Campbell. Campbell, and that will be a throw-in for the Tigers. And the substitutions, so they'll take they'll take Beckham off for Will James, and they'll take Campbell off for Reed Newman. So, as predicted, the Tigers do substitute the normal way.
In the game for the Tigers, number 25, Reed Newman.
It's off the throw. They'll start the play, and Newman trying to play over to Betts. They'll end up going back the other way. Recollected by Eisner. Eisner over to Betts. Now back to Newman. Newman. Defenders trying to come all over him. Klein. Newman. Now sit back over. Reed Newman playing defensively, and now taken away by the Tigers. And they're going to say advantage for the Blue Devils. I did not see a foul. And if you want to talk about recent history with referees, the Tigers certainly have not been the favorite. Most of the players not even wanting to talk about the Trinity game in terms of the way the refereeing was. So, hoping that they can get lucky at the right time and unlucky at the wrong times. But the Tigers still holding on to a even level contest in this varsity action tonight, and Work now played low by the Blue Devils. The Blue Devils sending it in. Howard trying to switch posts, and now headed away by Klein. James, and they'll whistle for offsides. David Betts over there, and Henry Frank wearing number 22 tonight, not 26, as it might appear on some of the folks at home's roster sheets. And Rowan Swindler coming into the game as well soon. But for now, Newman trying to play over in the midfield to Work, and now he's fighting defenders off him. Newman recollects, trying to find the safe pass. Now back to Eisner. Eisner, a little bit of footwork there. Now back to Yearwood. Yearwood trying to find an open man. They'll play the ball through over the top. Now gathered up by James. James trying to get the pressure on. James will send it in and over the touch bar. Would have been an incredible shot if he was able to get that one to fall. And here comes Henry Frank and Rowan Swindler. That shot was not off the mark. Not a bad shot to take if you're the Tigers, especially with Will James. Goal kick for the Blue Devils. Ball going the other way, so. And you're going to see this little interesting look here for the Tigers, is they'll stand a little bit behind the, where the free kick or the ball is spotted, and you'll try to see the player of the Tigers, whether it's right now with Work off the field, it'll be Henry Frank. So you'll see him try to come up and take the ball away when the player is not looking. And Stone tried to do it in the Trinity game. Almost worked several times, but it'd be interesting to see if Coach Schulten's going to try to go back to that little pickpocket method away when you have a free kick down low inside like the 20-yard box of Henry Clay. So for now, Henry Clay will switch it back to their keeper and trying to switch field, trying to get some offense going, but the Tigers able to have their chances when they need them. Betts and Swindler defending. Betts still on the ball. Now passed away by the Blue Devils. Now played out to the far right wing as they enter Tiger territory. Running for the ball down low. Push off the ball. That's going to be the other way. Jackson Hicks warming up on the sideline as well. Grayson Petty, Max Gauntz to the next substitutions to come in for the Tigers. And over the course of calling the games this season, unfortunately, this one being the last home game of the year. So you see this substitution pattern for the Tigers is that they follow, with the high school being unlimited substitutions, you were able to follow a pattern of who you want on the field, when, where, to try to keep a even matched 11 on the field at all times, which you'll see because other teams in the state don't have the depth that the Tigers do. So you'll have players like Petty, Max Gaunt that'll come in off the bench, Will James, that are great players and would start at a majority of the schools around the state of Kentucky. And the Tigers will just try to keep that even balance of plays. Petty and Gaunt will come on. Eisner and Yearwood off. So that's where it gets a little bit tricky, is to see what the Tigers want to do now with complete almost swap of 11. I like to play the same style, but sometimes with James playing up front, you'll have them use the wings more, have them play through more. There's going to be a little bit of a difference, even though overall he had the same quality of players on the field. Hicks trying to get over to Swindler. Now played in over the top. Gaunt retreating. Just play it to Howard cleanly. Howard will roll it out, try to get momentum started. Hester trying to find Reed Newman along the wing. He'll play back to Hicks. Hicks trying to play to James. James trying to send it in over the middle. Not able to get it to Henry Frank, coming off injury. James pressuring. Now sent back by Henry Clay. 16:15 left to play in the first half. 0-0 the scoreline still. And the Tigers are now going to retreat. Gathered up by Petty. Going to be sent the other way. The Tigers in the driver's seat of this game, so to speak. I'd say they've got about 75% of the possession. Is they're just trying to get the right passes in place at the right time at the critical moments to get the first goal tonight and beat a really strong Henry Clay team with a lot to prove before the state tournament. And I'm sure you'll see this team again in a couple months, and hopefully on October 28th the Tigers will be in Lexington. And
Tigers, number 1,
Landon Ross coming into the game for the Tigers as well. We'll play along that back line. One of 4 guys that'll primarily stay back there. He's got a little bit of offensive capability, and all these guys sort of do, and you'll see a lot of it. Especially when you get down to the set piece area, free kicks, especially you can get some through balls played down low, and Lou Weber also in the game as well for the Tigers. I mentioned that over the PA system, but now here's Frank. Henry Frank trying to go on goal. Not able to get there as Reed Newman ready to gather up a chance up front. Brought down low and by Weber. Sent in by Swindler. Swindler will play it back, and the Tigers, when they have this depth of the roster, they'll play a little bit more control, try to find the right passes. Whether it's in the first 20 minutes when you've got most of your starters out there, you'll play with a little bit more intensity. And here's the ball down the left wing. Now slowing it up and trying to win it, and that's where the Tigers have just got to be a little bit better in the key areas. Now sent into James, offside flag raised up immediately. Did look a bit offsides, but not the call you're going to want. Is 13:29 left to play in the first half. 0-0 still the scoreline here from Brother Thomas More Stadium. Is the sun completely set and under the stadium lights, and the Blue Devils still trying to find a way to mount some sort of offensive attack before the end of this half. Ross now brought back to down by Newman. James, Will James, over to Hicks. Hicks over to Newman. Max Newman. Played over to Hicks will play back to Newman. Newman laid out midfield, able to fall down, and Tigers will get the foul call. So the Tigers in the last 10 or so minutes in the first half trying to mount an offensive attack and get all that they can. So a free kick placed just beyond the half line stripe and sent in high and over the top and trying to get headed on in front of goal, and that was Lou Weber able to get his head on it first. Let's say it went off the Henry Clay defender, so Rowan Swimmer will go over to the corner and send this one in for the Tigers.
Corner kick, Tigers.
Now sent in over the top and trying to get on net. Grayson Petty, Lou Weber, David Betts, some of the guys they were to get down there. Will James, and you're just gonna eventually the pattern for the Tigers on those corners is you're gonna have one of those balls get in. So you're gonna try to have to keep containing that if you're Henry Clay and not let them get too many chances off the corner. Free kick now landed right at the feet of Henry Frank. Frank trying to send it on net. Frank will recollect. Now back up to Swindler. Swindler will try to play it through to Reed Newman, but good defense by Henry Clay. And those are the chances the Tigers are not going to want to throw away here, as you're going to run out of time in the first half. And sent into the sky by Petty, trying to get brought down by James. James trying to play around it. Frank now they're pressuring. Henry Frank. The Blue Devils trying to play with pace. Now brought down and recollected, and now they're just going to pass the ball around, and this is where they're trying to wear out the Tigers in terms of stamina. Now they're going to play the short ball, but no pass, and the Tigers are going to have to back it up before they can throw it in. And two substitutions, so Becca Murrow and David Betts along with Trip Campbell. Three substitutions, excuse me. In the offing, Reed Newman, Will James, and Max Newman.
In the game for the Tigers, 11 Trip Campbell and 16 Betts.
Betts, Tripp, and Murrow back into the game for the Tigers, so trying to continue that starting lineup whatsoever, as here's a dangerous chance now inside the 18 box. Sent in, trying to get grabbed up by Swindler. Now back out to Murrow. Not able to land Ross there defensively. Off his face. Go out, so throw in for the Blue Devils. Hicks. Hicks fighting off the defenders. Hicks will play it through to Swindler. Advantage played, but Hicks wanted the advantage to be played, but let's say foul, unfortunately. So we'll back it up for the free kick, and Murrow place it right around the 39-yard line in Blue Devil territory. Sent in over the top, trying to get headed on net! And almost through the back heel. Down low, David Betts trying to get one. Kind of tough to see at night with the all green jerseys here from my view in the Kroger Broadcasting booth as the goal kick will go out for the Henry Clay Blue Devils. Now brought down by Murrow. Murrow trying to play to Swindler. Swindler over to Betts and trying to play over to Campbell down low and on the wing. .49 left to play, still 0-0 in the match, but whole second half ready to be played, and St. X has controlled, so it's just a matter of making those chances turn into goals. And to their credit, I mean, the keeper hasn't really had to make a save yet, but they'll be ready when they need to get a clean shot. And still working with not the whole starting 11. You still have Tripp and Murrow and Howard out there obviously, but I mean, other than that, nobody else in the starting lineup. And here's a ball headed in for Campbell. So we'll go just outside the left post. So corner on the end again, and going to take it. Murrow over the top. Now being chased. That's with it, trying to send it in. And cleared away, but recollected by Murrow. A little bit of miscommunication on the Tigers there as a couple guys completely out of position as the foul played the other way. And right there you had Campbell dropping back from the left wing spot down to a left back spot. You had Beckham playing in the center mid, and then you had Swindler playing the right wing. So just a lot of miscommunications. The Tigers can play that way, but I've seen them concede that way as well off counterattacks, and sent in and collected by the keeper. Good play off the free kick, able to serve his dominance, and to the situation able to come up and grab it cleanly. So good play for the Blue Devils. They're going to try to pass it out and play the short game, but the Tigers playing a little bit of press, so they'll be able to take it away, and they're still going to play that clean, and then a whistle finally comes, and we'll say go the other way. Swindler over to Murrow. Murrow playing it over to Campbell. Campbell trying to go to Hicks. Brought down cleanly. 5 minutes left to play in the first half, and he shoved off the ball aggressively. Will be in stonework on the sideline, ready for the substitution change, and be interesting to see if they'll even get that with this stoppage. Hopefully, you'll be able to throw your one of your best attacker in, but another quality midfielder in the game as well, trying to rest up some of the legs in the second half. Betts chasing. Now dropping and trying to get collected by Frank. Stone will probably come in for Henry Frank, as Gaunt will probably come out for Hicks. Here's Morrow down the right wing. Morrow trying to play into Campbell! And just saved by the keeper. We'll go up for a Tiger corner. No, looks like goal kick. So work will come in for Frank. Morrow coming off. Hicks as well. Frank and Swindler. We have Smith, TJ, and Stone coming on. TJ was still wearing a penalty or a penny when I was looking at on the sideline. So TJ, Stone, and will be in the game for the Tigers. And Lando trying to check back, and good play by Landon Ross, able to stop the danger, and it'll go out. That'll be on. Not on the corner side, so it will be a throw-in, but literally at the angle of the corner. They're knocking over the flag on the other side. So. No harm, no foul by the Tigers, so we'll say up you go and throw the ball in. Sent in and trying to get cleared away. Down to 2 minutes left, 0-0 still.
Way to work, my man.
Throw in for the Blue Devils, and it'll be hit across, and not a great throw in with the stoppage, and goal kick for Howard. Two minutes left to play in the first half as Howard will send it out of there, and Murrow will recollect. Trying to slide tackle it out of there is Trip Campbell, so Betts will try to play it on the left wing, so. Throw in for the Tigers as we're now under 2 minutes, 1:40 left. See what they can do here right before half and trying to get it into work. Seen some late drama scored by the Tigers already this season. We talked about last year. Had two incredible playoff wins scored with some last-second action, and Murrow trying to head it into work trying to get his head on it, trying to head it into Campbell. A lot of aerial passing there for the Tigers, and goal kick sent up and away, and Campbell trying to recollect as long as work pressuring, as we're now under a minute with 50 seconds or so left to play, and Ross then trying to play over to Murrow. Murrow will rescue it. Murrow fouled, no card shown. Questionable call. That was not clean at all. That was all in the leg, so we'll see what the referee is going to let him play or not. And now here's the ball over to TJ. TJ trying to get it on net, but keeper will make the play out of his box. Off his line, not out of his box. Off his line. Able to come rescue the ball, and now under 30 seconds, 0-0 in the first half still. However, the Tigers have dominated so far, and played it, trying to shorten. The Tigers are going to try to mount one more offensive attack as we're under 10 seconds, and now you're just going to have to play keep away. Momentum change, and Gaunt send it out. Good play by Max Gaunt. Referee whistles for halftime, and after half, 0-0 is your score from Brother Thomas More Stadium. We'll see what the second half action brings in just 10 minutes.
She didn't call you guys about a refund. She told me. I don't mind it. Because I told you the administration should provide you. I don't know why.
I know some kids on the birthdays stop trying to take drugs, I spread them out. Trying to better myself, trying to better myself. All my life. All the time. Get out. No. First generation ghetto, whole world, hello. Stay out the city with my head on straight. Shooting up the let out. Young sort of feel gotta get out. I spit out. The cheat code like a face in a rego. I put a hit out. And another one. Got like 100 of them by the left. So they think they're ahead of me. But I'm really in front of them. Yeah. Some of them, that they bad. The little comfort they had. I'm reminded of humble yourself. You be long in the distance. We are running long distance. All business. Fine. I'm just living through maybe retiring and feeling like I'm just not hitting my prime. These days, you rappers be dying. Way before they can give me a shine. Whenever you heard of nobody. So somebody murder nobody. Then I'm on the phone searching nobody's name. Gotta play my tune. All day in my room. Take it down. Gotta go lay in the tomb. And me need to I gotta know if you ain't never.
And off the start and switching ends for the Tigers. Here we go. And 0-0 the score after halftime. And the Tigers trying to get a win on senior night versus a very tough team. First couple seconds getting underway here. And Howard now switching ends. And surprised we haven't seen Denny Howard play, or not Denny Howard, William Hamilton play at all. Full starting 11 back in off the intermission. No foul. And sent on net, but grabbed down and easy by Benny Howard, the keeper. Whistle did come eventually, so you will have a free kick in Tiger territory around the 22-yard line. So now the switch fields over to Hester. Patrick Hester. Over to Kaskazak. TJ trying to get free. He's throwing a nasty elbow. The Blue Devils trying to play it through Howard, and they score off the side of the post. Clock will stop. 38-54. The Blue Devils score, and Tigers looking in disbelief. Looking in disbelief as scored early on in the second half. So the Tigers now trailing 1-0, and, don't worry. I mean, like I said, a little bit, after kickoff. Tigers have conceded early. Tigers have conceded early. Patrick Hester, now everybody trying to get in the bunch and sits in over the top, and Blue Devils controlling it. Klein now recollects now along the right wing, and TJ Kasak on a free kick right around the 40-yard line. A little bit of chaos going up here in the Kroger Broadcasting booth, having some pictures taken for St. X senior night. Nice stuff going on tonight, so people coming in and out behind me, so a little bit back to normal here. And sits in and trying to get free. David Betts still trying to crash down low the box. Not able to get anything going. Yearwood. Now played in through by the Devils. The Devils will find the open man. Murrow switching on. Now moves around Murrow and sits in off the crossbar. Off the crossbar for the Blue Devils. It's a dangerous chance trying to put the nail in the coffin for the Tigers. So the Tiger fans getting on their feet here, trying to get some hope to their guys. As off the stop. Now played in on the wing by the Blue Devils. Henry Clay trying to do some here. As they do lead 1-0, the Tigers trail, and they're going to say one to go the other way, but they already Blue Devil defender in the end, or the Tiger defender in the end. Tigers still trying to figure something out offensively, and they had some chances. They controlled most possession, but the Blue Devils able to make the most of what they can get. It's Campbell here. Campbell stops and goes. Campbell will play it off and scores! TJ Kaskasak scores for the Tigers. 1-1, and what did I say? I'll tell you. 0-0. They're now trailing 0-1. The Tigers able to rally back in rapid succession. Able to score and level this game for the Tigers. It's been a tale of all year. We'll take Max Dumanoff throwing Jackson Hicks. TJ Kaskasak able to tie the game up for the Tigers. That is his 6th goal on the season. Puts him 3rd on the scoring chart. Moves up above Beckham Murrow, who has 5 goals. So TJ now 3rd on the goal list for number 3. So Campbell trying to get the pressure back early on. Error made by the back line. The keeper able to sweep it out of there before any real danger starts. Again, like we said, Campbell trying to get hungry, trying to get one on his senior night. Last game at Brother Thomas More Stadium. So don't be surprised if the senior gets a late winner here. Sits in and across the back line, so goal kick for the Tigers. Campbell. Now back to Yearwood. Gavin Yearwood trying to get back over to the goal scorer, TJ. 1-1 still for the Tigers. 35 minutes left to be played in the second half. Played the short throw in. It's interesting look for the Tigers. Never seen that before. Hester. Now played over to Hicks. Yearwood. Now back checking, lifts on the ball. Blue Devils defender falls down. No one touching him. And there will be a card shown to Gavin Yearwood, and that is interesting call to say the least. I mean, Yearwood,
Yellow card on the play.
hands not shown, so he'll have to come off. Have to sub somebody on. Petty will come and take his place. Petty got a solid 15-20 minute first shift in the first half, so it'll be interesting to see how he does in the second half. Hoping for much of the same. There's a free kick taken right around the 22-yard line of St. X side. Howard trying to, Tigers had a wall for him, but he's not going to want it. It's just going to be sent in, and Howard will go up and play it. Play it down cleanly. Played by Benny Howard.
Benny Howard.
Petty, now new off the substitution, trying to play it all the way over to Beckham. Would have been a heck of a through ball. And foul called against the Blue Devils. A little free kick for the Tigers in their own end, and they'll hastily play it in, and Hester played over to TJ. TJ trying to backheel it over to Work, or not to Work, to Campbell, rather. So now the Blue Devils trying to play the ball, and a lot of throw in. Headed away by the Tigers, and now trying to retreat. Campbell retreating as well as the pressure comes on from the Blue Devils. Off of Campbell's body, able to get his deflection to stop the pass from going anywhere. And TJ trying to play over the top. Campbell trying to play into Work. Now brought back down by Campbell. Trying to get it on network. Now sent away and brought back down by Hester. Good effort for the Tigers. Campbell. Now the Tigers trying to play with Work down low in the box. And brought back into midfield. Betts. Over to Hester. Hester waits with it, now stops and goes. Hester sent in over to Murrow along the right wing. They'll try to switch fields and try to get it back into Campbell. Campbell trying to take it up in the air and sent in by Betts. And Betts trying to one-time it and send it on the net. Not able to hit it cleanly. Brought back up and headed away by Klein. Tigers trying to get some offensive pressure. Tigers trying to do everything they can. Tigers now, a little bit of communication in the headset. I'm just having the handheld mic pick up all my sound for the game so far. Now on the headset, a lot cleaner. Sorry for that in the first half and second half, but nonetheless, the Tigers now 29-15 left to play. As Work trying to do everything he can, get the ball with it, and now trying to play to Hester. Now played through to Campbell. Campbell dragging defenders off him. Campbell will play it over to Betts. Betts thought about going down for the penalty, and Campbell trying to spin and turn away. Campbell's trying to put it on net, but head away out of bounds. And the Tigers not happy with the referees on that call. Klein will throw it in and trying to heel it on to Murrow and send away. Last-ditch defensive effort by Eisner. Murrow still trying to play it away, and Eisner, great defensive play there from him, able to send the ball away, and 28 minutes left, 1-1 your score. Eventful second half. TJ Kaskasak gets the Tigers on the board, and that's what you want exactly if you're the Tigers. Talked about being down but not out, and the Tigers once again showed that as it'll go across the touchline for a goal kick for goalkeeper Benny Howard. Tigers will play it short over to Eisner. Now back over to Klein. And they'll try to mount another attack. Henry Frank trying to get loose. TJ Kaskasak now playing at the striker position. Murrow. Goal kick for the Tigers, as they will be wanting to mount another attack in this next set of plays for them here, and want to do their best to try to get some more goals on the scoreboard here. Work just trying to win it free. Work now over to Campbell. Campbell down the left wing. Campbell across and out the touchline for a corner. And no corner shown. Super questionable. Referee maybe not had a good angle on it, but no sideline referee down there all the way on the Henry Clay bench. So, interesting series of calls there for the referees. Klein trying to do something with it defensively. Now Eisner will recollect, now brought back by Murrow. Becca Murrow. And they'll say he went out. Going the other way. Becca Murrow thought it was too good to be true. Able to take the defender's ankles. Blue Devils will play it cleanly. Hester. Brought back by Kasksack. TJ. TJ over to Hester. Hester. Now played back over across. The Blue Devils trying to get another goal on the board and try to extend their lead to 2 as Betzel played over to TJ. TJ will send it into Campbell. Campbell racing for it down the wing. Campbell shoved off the ball, now dragged down with it in last-inch defense by the Blue Devils is home fans getting rowdy on their feet. Wanting a red. Clock is going to be stopped. Referee pointing to the student section saying, hands down. Wanting to, super interesting stoppage there. Referee pointing to the parents in the crowd saying for putting their hands up. Never seen that in my life at a soccer game. Referee taking time out of the match and stopping the parents from putting their hands in the air. We just never seen that before. And Klein will throw it up and in and put it on net. It's scored by the Tigers. Number 23, Stonework, gets his first of the match, and Work moves to 12 goals as they get the second of the game, and to break the deadlock, Work able to grab up the collection in front of goals. The bench clears, and that's just the response you want after a moment like that from the crowd as the Tigers take the lead 2-1. Tigers up 2-1, 24:08 left to play. Beautiful play from Stonework, able to get the Tigers their lead back. Swindler. Hester. And, looking back at Coach Durbin's score prediction, hopefully he's right. I said 3-1, he said 2-1. So Coach Durbin will see who comes out on top of a little wager we got going on. Just 2-1, 3-1. Let's see who gets the scoreline. Love 3-1. Love to see Stone get another one. Make that goal tally 14 on the year, I think. So that'd be awesome. Blue Devils still trying to get their, tempo set as Reed Newman will play it over the top to Work. Newman still trying to get the ball free to James down that right wing. So the Tigers playing 2 strikers up the top. So you'll see that formation kind of switch for them as they play with the 2-striker look. Tigers still trying to win it in the midfield, and Petty now to Betts. Betts over to Swindler. Swindler over to James. James trying to get his footwork going, and taken away and spinning away as the Blue Devils player, but ultimately taken away by Hicks, and Hicks will play it down to the wing. Now crossed in, now still stepping inside, trying to get to work. James, over to Hester. Hester, faking. Hester pushed off the ball, will recollect over to Swindler. Swindler has Reed Newman, but he won't look his way. Send it back over to the far side, now sent up in the air and out across the touchline. Goal kick for the Blue Devils. Good series of action for the Blue Devils there. Trying to say attack and action. Good series of action on the Blue Devils side. But Tigers ultimately able to, what I say, down 0-1, able to rally back, get 2 straight. It's just exactly what this team does. They've been doing it all season. They did it versus Manual. I mean, they came back down 0-2 off 2 goals on questionable penalties versus Trinity. Able to come back in this game, earn 2 really hard-fought goals, able to come out with a draw in a tough environment. Awesome to see for the Tigers as they keep adding that comeback style to their resume before the state tournament gets underway. 23 Stonework, the goal scorer, coming off Henry Frank. He's dealt with some injuries this year, but he will come on for the Tigers and Simpson and Petty there defensively. Now back over to Hester. Hester. Now the Blue Devils driving. Now sent on and off the field goal crossbar. A lot of pace on that shot, but not enough accuracy. It'll stay out as the Blue Devils trying to mount a response to 2 unanswered goals by the Tigers. So 2 juniors with goals tonight for the Tigers, hoping a senior can add the closing statement to the game for the Tigers. Swindler trying to get it over to Newman in the midfield, but no one there. And dropping back defensively, Petty. Now sent in over the top. Petty. Howard makes his standing save. Sliding. Howard able to answer the call. Benny Howard, what a save. Able to stretch, use his full length of his body, able to save the ball out of the net. Throw in for the Tigers. But not before some substitutions. Gaunt, Ross, and Weber coming to replace Hester, Eisner, and Frankie Klein. Frankie Klein with an assist, so I guess senior does find his way onto the score sheet tonight. In terms of the assist total, you'll see Frankie Klein, 21, with his assist off the throw into Stonework. So beautiful play for the Tigers, able to cap that 2-1 lead. Trying to get over to the right wing. Frank down there, so now Ross will throw it in. Frank racing for the ball down the right wing. Throwing the ball in for the Tigers. Now throwing it into the area. Recollected. Played down the wing. Still fighting the ball off him. No call by the referee yet. Finally gets it. Trying to tell who it is, but can't see the jersey number. Off the corner, the Tigers get ready to go. Hicks down there, but throw in, and that'll be, can't tell, but sent in and headed on. Trying to go for net. No call. unbelievable is, I believe that's, who's that right there? That's Reed Newman. Reed Newman just pushed unnecessarily down to the ground trying to get the recollection, and he would have been right there and able to extend the Tigers' lead to 3. Incredible no call again by this referee, but move on and sent into the air, now battled away. Ross dropping back along with Weber. Play it back as Howard will send it out of the area. Now played through, on to the other side. Fight for it in front of the box. And a whistle finally called, but going the other way. Tigers fans believe it again, and they're just tired of poor refereeing. They have not been the fan of the past couple games, as Frank over there trying to play too aggressive, according to the referee. Ross back checking along that right back spot. Now the backs will center backs will drop. And kept away. By Max Gaunt. 15:57 left to play. The Tigers clinching on to a 2-1 lead. Now trying to send back in and cleared away over the touch line. I believe that is Reed Newman again. Sent that one away. Sent in over the top, trying to head it away. Now brought back down, and the Tigers will recollect. Swindler now with an advantage. 2 defenders there, and he's still controlling, and they'll say offsides or out of bounds. They'll say out of bounds. Pressure in the midfield. Reed Newman, along with Will B in the midfield. Swindler pushing right now from the back. Henry Frank over on the far right side. Now trying to get on the ball. Weber on the farthest right back side. And now the Blue Devils going to try to curl into the area. Gaunt trying to get a foot on it, roll right over it. Now trying to reset everything in the attack. The Blue Devils do is Howard will come up and grab it cleanly out of the net. Good goalkeeping by Benny Howard. Ross. Now Wilby Smith trying to get free. Blue Devils still trying to settle the ball. Newman. Tigers holding on to a 2-1 lead, 13:52. Goals scored by Stonework and TJ Kaskasak. Beautiful midfield duo of the two players, two juniors. Two of the biggest leaders on the team in terms of goals scored and attacking and just chances. TJ playing that center mid position right next to Max Newman normally. So excited to see how they'll do. And when it comes to tournament time, as well as other positions, as the Tigers do get a corner here.
Corner kick Tigers.
Rowan Swindler on the far right side. Swindler sending it into Frank. Not able to get there. Recollected by Smith. Nice ball from Rowan Swindler. Able to try to get that into Henry Frank. Trying to get his couple goals on the season is Reed Newman. Wilby Smith will go back over. We have a Tiger throw-in. Throw-in over the top. Now trying to get we'll play it to Swindler, then to Hicks. Ross trying to send that one. Be sent and out and on the right side, not really a good chance on goal, but goal kick as the Tigers now with 12:23 left to play. Still trying to find their rhythm as the Blue Devils trail by 1, and they did get up early in the second half, but again, the Tigers doing what they do best, coming back from deficits and conceding early in games, and they score 2. Stonework, TJ Kaskazak able to get the Tigers on the board. Stone scored the second goal, earning them their second goal of the game, giving them the lead for the first time tonight. So we're going to play advantage to the Tigers, and that's definitely going to be a make-up call from earlier, I'd have to say. So the Tigers trying to do everything they can to earn a win at home for their seniors. It's a deep throw by Smith. Smith trying to play it over to Frank. Frank falling down, and that's going to be a card shown. Stoppage time on the clock for that foul. Yellow shown. He will come off. You're going to have an awkward free kick position for, it'll be Rowan they're going to throw on here, but it's just different from this kind of angle. You have the keeper that you can try to test in his far post, but the sort of spin Rowan can put on the ball, you might see him just go for it here, as they'll have a two-man wall about 10 or so yards from Rowan. Keeper will center himself as you have a wall, but I see crashing. He'll send it over the top, trying to play it over to Frank, but to no avail. Substitution for the Blue Devils. Number 2 coming in the game. Now brought back down by the Tigers, and Gaunt played over to Weber. Weber trying to turn and go, won't able to get around the corner. Gaunt getting ready to slide, and now sent back over the top to Ross. Now here's Howard on the ball. Howard, the keeper, trying to push his guys upfield. He does that quite often. Wait for the keeper, or wait for the player to come crash down in a little bit of games, as he's trying to take as much time off the clock. Foul in the midfield. Looks like a shot straight to the face. Liam Eisner sitting on the sideline. I saw him get iced up, so we'll see if he returns to the game for his final match at Brother Thomas More Stadium. And how cool would it be to see an all-senior lineup out here? Even though this is a big game, if the Tigers can knock one more in, I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach Schulten throw all the seniors out there. So it'd be awesome to see that one more time, and for all the hard work the Tigers have put in over the years. And here's Henry Frank, and Frank, keeper out of his box, and Frank trying to move around him as the keeper was almost a full 15, 20 yards out of his box. Good recognition by the keeper. James Doty on the sideline with his hands above his head trying to see if Frank was going to be able to get around him, but 9:12 left to play. 2-1 Tigers lead, so Weber now cutting, and Weber trying to get his head on it, but not able to, and they're going to say foul on Lou Weber. Weber claiming no way. Heard that all the way up here from the Kroger Broadcasting booth, and Tigers trying to hold on to a 2-1 lead. Now played off the restart. Weber pressing. And foul call. Knew that one was going to be called. Gaunt, able to stop the momentum. Professional foul, is we'll call it. Tigers still trying to do everything they can, hold on to this lead, and you'll have the front three, the three best attackers coming in the game, 23, 13, 3, and 11, so I guess 4 because you'll throw Beckham on there, and here they come. Work, Moreau, TJ, and Trip Campbell. Best attack strike team in the state. You have TJ. TJ is going to play that center attacking mid spot. Everything's going to start with him. You're going to have Trip go play out on the right wing, Beckham on the left, and you have Stone up top at the 9 spot. But if they leave Henry Frank out here, this does give them a little bit more versatility, and they don't. So Frank will come off. Likely his final time tonight. And he had a couple chances in front of goal. He was able to contribute to a lot of corners as well. So great performance for Henry Frank. Off the restart, they'll play it wide over to Trip Campbell. Campbell find a wide open TJ Kaskachak now playing on the wing. TJ into Trip. Trip Campbell. Campbell trying to get in on net. Beautiful attack sequence there from TJ. Able to take his time, find the perfect window, and you'll have Moreau come over to take this corner from the left side.
Corner kick Tigers, number 13, Beckham Moreau.
Moreau sends it in. Trying to get it on net. Fight for it and cleared away. TJ trying to send it in. Now to 5:54 left. Tigers trying to let the clock bleed just a little bit. Not trying to let, too much time. At this time, you're thinking Coach Schulten. If you're Coach Schulten, you're just going to try to control the possession, dominate your half. You're going to see a couple more defenders drop back as normal and not want to let anything, any crazy post-game antics get out of hand. So all the way to the right. And here you go for the short throw-in. TJ pressing. Now sent back down low. Brought back over the top. And now cleared away by the Tigers' back line. Now dropping back. Gaunt. Trying to clear it away, and I will, but not before a late throw in, and Campbell defending. Now trying to sit back in. Howard will calmly come up and fall down on the ball, and he's going to roll the bar out far wide to Moreau. Moreau trying to stretch the field. Moreau trying to play it to Stone. Reed is not on the field. He's on the sideline. Oh, beautiful back heel, but Landon Ross able to stand tall, collect it. Smith will play to Campbell. Campbell will find back to Smith. Smith plays it back to TJ. TJ back to Campbell. Campbell send it back down the far right wing to Moreau. Moreau trying to one-time it up, and it'll go out of the stadium itself and be a corner for the Tigers. Throw in for the Tigers, I believe. Didn't know where they were going to spot it originally, and no, it will be a corner, just the Tigers not want to risk anything crazy, so not a lot of defenders in the area So the clock will continue to run under 4 minutes. Sent in, trying to backheel it, ball skied in the air, and we'll say goal kick for the Blue Devils. Sent in across the line, and be a corner for the Blue Devils, and they're going to want to pull everybody up. They're going to pull everybody up, and even the keeper is going to come all the way up to midfield, so it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do. Howard waiting for the ball to be placed at the left corner, they're going to say. So Howard trying to command the team. Ross guarding the right post. Ball into the area. Howard grabs it cleanly as a Blue Devil crashes cleanly into the net as well. Now ball rolled out for Murrow. Murrow, Beckham Murrow. Murrow now inside the 10. Murrow trying to put it on net. Ran out of steam at the end. Now brought back Hicks. Now Smith defending. Now pass through. Howard will grab it with his foot and will slow down time, and he will slowly pick it up. Benny Howard playing pretty solid in net tonight. Made that great save down there on the right corner. Now headed in the air. Work trying to get one more add to his total before district and regional play start, and now under 2 minutes. Now passed away and now recollected by Campbell. Campbell now sent in over the top. Murrow defending. Now Swindler. Murrow pokes it away in the midfield, now gathered by Work. Work will play to Campbell. Campbell now stopping and running with it. We'll play over to TJ. TJ back heel over to Campbell. Campbell shoves the man off him. Trip Campbell still moving with the ball. Campbell sets up and Trip Campbell and pushed down and no penalty. Under 35 seconds left. Ross will clear it. Clock will stop. And the Tigers now with 30 seconds left, and the keeper will go straight into the box. And be careful. I've seen some keepers. Allison Becker scored one like that a couple years ago. Able to get a late winner for Liverpool. Clock will continue to run, so Henry Clay going to have to hurry. We'll set the ball up at the corner. Now under 10. This will be it. Sent in. The keeper trying to win the ball, and it will go out. And that'll do it tonight. Full time. TJ Kasksak trying to pump up the crowd as the Tigers win on senior night. 2-1 victory from Brother Thomas More Stadium. And, you know, what a thrilling win as the Tigers will get ready to go to regional and district play on Tuesday at Collegiate. They'll be playing male, so awesome game so far, and glad the Tigers able to get that one last win for the seniors. And for the season this year, that'll do it for me from the booth, and I'll miss it, and can't wait for next season. Matthew Lynn signing off. So long for this season, and see you with you next year.
Again, reminder, if you see any trash, the food and drinks, please help by throwing away in the garbage can. If that's appreciated, please clean up after yourself. Give it up for both teams. Congratulations again on senior night to the St. Seniors. Thanks for Henry Page. Coming into town, be safe going home. Thank you.